What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to show y'all Exocharts, how to get the platform and how I set it up, all my settings. A lot of you guys have been asking me. So yeah, I'm going to take care of you guys and show y'all exactly what my layout is. So first off, you have to get Exocharts, right? So we're going to go on Exocharts, the website here, and go on pricing. Make sure you get the Desktop Pro right here. It's going to give you all the features that you're going to want, and it's going to give you access to the actual platform to be able to download it and use it. So get that, and then next up you're going to need data. So DX feed Exocharts, just Google search it. It's going to be the first thing that pops up. Select that, and then if you just trade ES or NQ, all you're going to need is the CME market depth. This option right here. If you trade anything else through these other exchanges, then you'll want to get the CME group right here. But for me, I just went ahead and got CME market depth. That's all you need if you trade how I trade. So after you do that, you'll get emailed a license key and a login. And then at that point, make sure you have Exocharts downloaded. And then you'll want to go on this manage button right here. Click on connection manager. And through there, you'll be able to log into your DX feed. And at that point, you should be set. So now that you have Exocharts, you have your data, you're all set up. Next thing is getting your chart set up, or getting your charts set up, and getting your DOM set up. So a lot of y'all been asking me about my settings and how I have this thing set up. So I'm going to show y'all exactly what to do, exactly how to get these settings. So we're going to start on a blank workspace here. And the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to open up a chart. So click this chart option right here, and then you're going to select your symbol. So we're going to go on futures, CME, and then scroll down to where you see ES or whatever you trade. So scroll down. All right, you're going to click ES, and then you can click this first option right here, and it's going to give you the automatic contract that we're in. So before you do that, go ahead and favorite ES. That way you can just go straight to futures, favorites, and then it's right there. So you ain't got to scroll down every time. So ES, we're going to select that. Let that load up. And now we're going to edit this hideous chart right here. All right, make it look good. So first thing you want to do is we're going to right click, chart settings, chart background. You guys know me. We're going to change that to black right there. And then we're going to go on, I believe it's under axis. Yeah. And we're going to turn this grid off right here. I don't like the grid. And then we're going to go on info. And then we're going to turn off the watermark. Not a fan of having that there. And then we're going to go on markers. And we're going to change the last price. I'm going to leave that on. That's this yellow line right here. I'm just going to extend it to the left and change that to a light gray color. That way I can still see where price is at. And that's it for the background settings. So close that. Now we're going to edit our footprint chart. So ideally, this is why I'm testing out Sierra charts, because you can actually do this. Ideally, you want to have your delta text, numerical text, and your volume numerical text in the same footprint. But with Exocharts, as far as I'm aware, you can't do that. So that's why I have two different footprint charts open. So for this first footprint, we're going to do a delta footprint as far as the numbers go. So we're going to click the text type, change it to delta. So now we're just seeing the delta of each candle, or of each price level inside the candle. And then we're going to go on cluster mode and change that to volume profile. So now I'm able to see the volume in a way, right? And the delta in the same footprint. So we're seeing the delta through text, and then we're seeing the volume through a bar, right? That's the best we can do with Exocharts. And then the next footprint chart we create is going to be the opposite. So it's going to be volume through text, and then delta profile through these bars right here. All right, so this is the delta footprint. This is all we're going to do. And then all you have to do, instead of creating a whole new chart, just right click, press clone chart, and it's going to open up the same chart again. And we'll be able to just drag it out and Yeah, so now we can do the same thing, except we're going to click on text, and then we're going to change this to bid ask. So I like seeing the buying and the selling volume separate. If you want to see it combined, you can just click volume. It's going to show you just a combination. But yeah, I like seeing bid ask. I want to see it separated. And then we're going to go on this cluster mode button right here and change this to delta profile. So now it's showing us through the bars the delta. So as you see this candle right here, 1.7 thousand minus 2.8 thousand. That's a 1.1 thousand negative delta. That's why we're seeing a big red bar behind it. So this is how I like it. I want to be able to see both sides inside a footprint. Ideally, like I said, it's all combined together, but we can't do that with Exo. So we have it separated. So this is our delta footprint. This is our volume footprint. All right. And then while we're right here, personally, I don't like the CPL or CPR. I had these turned off. You guys just saw them on the chart. It's showing you a depth of market on the side of your chart. I just don't want to see that. So turn those off on both charts. And then I also turn off the value area. This is showing you the value area of each candle. I turned that off, as well as the point of control of each candle. I'm not too worried about all that. Again, just keeping this as simple as possible. That's all we're trying to do here. So value area of this chart, point of control of this chart, turn all that off. And this is all you need, all right? We have our footprint set up. Let's go ahead and put our other chart on here. So I'm gonna show y'all how you can link TradingView to Exo. I have a TradingView chart as well in my workspace right here for executing. So I'm gonna show y'all how to do that real quick. So press the plus button again, and then we're gonna click on web right here, and then click TradingView, this option right here. Click that. It'll have you log into your TradingView. Once you're logged in, it stays logged in. So you just gotta do this one time. And then once it loads up, you now have a TradingView chart. So I put this on the right usually. Yeah, so let's go ahead and drag this over. Trying to fit all this on one monitor for you guys. Drag that over. Also, all my charts are 5-minute charts. Let's go ahead and change that while we're at it. 5-minute and 5-minute. All right, so we have that. We have our TradingView chart pulled up. Let's go ahead and put on our indicators, and then we'll do our DOM next. All right, so for indicators, I put them on this chart right here. So you're gonna right click, hover over indicators, and then we're gonna go on footprint bar statistics. We're gonna add that. And that's showing you the data behind each candlestick. So we're gonna go ahead and edit this through this settings bar right here. Edit that. And we're gonna turn off the point of control. So delete that. Minimum delta, delete that. Max delta, delete that. CVD session, delete that. All I wanna see is the volume and the delta personally. And I'm gonna switch these around to do delta on top, volume on bottom. And that's it there. So it's showing us the delta and the volume of each 5-minute candlestick here, which is very useful. All right. So we have that. That's all there. And then we're going to do one more indicator. So hover over that. And we're going to add delta bars. So the D bar option right here, you're going to click that. And we're going to edit this real quick. We're going to turn off this, uncheck it. And then we're going to turn off the grid, so these two boxes, and then the watermark, turn that off. And that's it there. So this is showing you your CVD divergence. So it's showing us our delta through a candlestick, essentially. So we're able to see when price and delta diverge. Pretty good stuff there. I went over that in my previous video. So these are the two indicators that I use. This is our delta footprint again, volume footprint, TradingView chart. So the only thing left to do now is open up a DOM. So you're gonna press this plus button right here, and then click on DOM, and then we're gonna select our pair. So go on your futures, favorite, ES. And now we're gonna get our DOM pulling up. All right, so once you get that, we're gonna drag this to the right here, and let's drag this over a little bit. So the market's not open, so you're not going to be seeing all the data that you would be seeing when the market's open. I'll actually put a screenshot of what my DOM looks like when the market's open right next to this so you guys can see what each setting looks like. But all you're going to want to put on here is your period profile. So that's going to show you the volume profile of the current session. I have pull stack turned off. You want bid ask turned on. That's going to show you your order book essentially. The buy sell trades, I have that turned off. Show price, you want that turned on. Bid ask profile, I don't care too much about that. Tape, you want that turned on. The header, I would leave that on. And then the metrics down here, I'm not a big fan, so I turned those off. So that's all I have turned on for the DOM. Again, keeping it simple, only showing what I actually use, right? So from this point here, we're gonna go to our settings and we're gonna edit a few things here. So let's start with the tape. Tape settings. So you wanna show time, you wanna show price, volume text, align right, make sure that's checked. That way your volume isn't staggered. And that's it there. Tape filters, this is pretty important. I have this checked. There's two ways you can trade with a DOM primarily that I see people using. The first way is people trade without a filter at all on, and they're seeing when every single order comes in, aggressive order. And they do that to be able to see the volatility. So like if we hit a key level or a key area, they're essentially, you hear it referred to as the speed of the tape, and they're seeing the volatility at a specific level. Personal preference here, I feel like I can see that through the DOM. I don't need a tape to be able to see that. So personally, I had this set to 25 usually. It really depends on the session volatility. Like the New York AM session, there's a lot of volume, so 25 is a pretty good number. There's some days where you may want to lower it to 20 or 15. It just depends on the day, right? But primarily 25 is usually pretty good. So I have that checked. And then you have 3 filters here that you can select if you want to. I just do this first one right here. So I changed that to 500. And that's just showing me any orders that come in that are at least 500 or above. It's going to highlight those on my tape so they stick out to me. So I have that selected again at 500, and then you can do 2 other filters too if you want to. But I just do that one, and then you can change the color of that filter right here. I just kind of leave it how it is. So that's it for the tape. Make sure all those are checked. Your filter, I would check that and do 25, and then that first one right there. And that's it there. So for the DOM, the only thing I changed on the DOM is the order. I slide my period profile to the top. I believe it comes default at the bottom or somewhere in here. Drag that to the top. That way it's right against your chart, just like a standard volume profile indicator would be. I also go on the period profile settings, and then I inverse the profile. That way the profile is facing my chart, as if, again, it was like an indicator. That's just kind of personal preference, but I do like doing that. And then I think the rest of this is just default. Yeah, so that should be it there. Your DOM should look just like this. And as far as some of the features on the platform, the CPL and CPR, I'm not a big fan, but you can essentially, the market's not open, so it's not showing anything, but it's going to show you whatever you want to see through this feature here. You can customize it to show you whatever you want to see. MRK feature, you can go on this, and I don't really trust these levels too much, just being honest. Need to definitely test this before I start using it, but it'll show you based on what you have selected here. Let's say the day, for example. It'll show you the daily open, high, low, VWAP, your value areas, your point of control. It'll show you these levels automatically without you having to mark them out. Same thing for previous day, week, previous week, month, previous month. So you can kind of play with that, and it'll mark all those levels out for you. Again, you definitely need to test it and make sure the levels, I'm sure they're accurate, but yeah, I'm just kind of funny about that stuff. But this is really all I use. I don't really use anything else. The footprints, these 2 indicators, the DOM, and that's pretty much it. You guys can also if you want to go back and study, you can use this replay little feature here. And you can right click on a chart where you want to replay from, and it'll take that chart back. And as you see, it's showing you the order flow developing in real time. You can kind of play with that and back test and practice reading order flow in real time. So that's pretty cool. That's really it, guys, for this video. I am testing out Exocharts. Everybody recommends Sierra for order flow. It's got a lot more customization. It is pretty complicated to get set up. It's taken me over a week just to wait on my live account to link to Sierra to be able to even get data for it. So I haven't actually used it yet. I'm still in the process of getting it all set up, but I am going to test it and get it set up and try it out. And I'll keep y'all updated on that. But Exocharts is simple. It's user-friendly. Once you get it set up, you're pretty much good to go. Each time you open this up, it's going to open up just like this. I would say just go ahead and go on Workspace and save it just to be sure that it all saved. And make sure you have autosave selected. That way it saves as you update it. But yeah, I have no complaints with this platform at all. I wish you could do a little bit more customization on the footprints, but overall it's really good. The data is really smooth. I haven't had any issues with it at all. So I definitely recommend it to you guys. And again, I'll keep y'all updated on the Sierra charts. I'll probably make a video on that in a couple of weeks, breaking that down. But yeah, as far as Exocharts, guys, this is it. This is how I use it. I hope this helped you guys out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.